over 81 out.
Which makes sense with this Fletcher.
It's actually the first time in a while I just got the YouTube notification.
2365. Okay, clear.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So
White male.
mine
No.
it says it's interrupted.
Copy 25 minutes.
Is that the old one or the new one?
In a SUV.
Well, if I show you live, you're looking. That's not the new one.
2360.
It is or isn't?
It is.
An update description of the vehicle.
Yep.
Dodge Ram, possibly 2008 to 2012, and a partial plate, possible with Romeo Tango Mary 6.
Yeah,
Something.
we're buffering.
Suspect's going to be last name Brown, first name Darius, Delta Alpha Romeo India Uniform Sierra. Believed to be 26 years old, born October 20th. If someone can try to run him and see if there's a vehicle attached to his name.
You might know that Darius, Joe.
199. 199. He does have a 2003 Chevy Tahoe, and the current plate on it is going to be 043 X-ray November.
Well, if we're
Papa.
buffering, I think we should go back to this.
Oh, Mike says we're good.
Okay. What do we got for calls there, Joe? The ones that were just
261 will be getting from a female courtesy ride to Regions Hospital.
Shots fired.
Copy, courtesy ride to Regions at 27 minutes.
Property, missing person, domestic.
112. 112. This address on here comes back to 1043 Matilda, which is where his mom lives. Do you want Sancho to check that address?
Hey, if you can shut the
Affirmative, we'll have to check it.
comments off on YouTube, that'd be awesome. Thanks, bye. We should learn how to do
Strike
that.
25, we're heading to the shots fired on Geranium.
Geranium and what their pet or Joe.
Copy.
311. 311.
Check. Shots fired on Geranium.
There it is with SNR.
It's gotta be right up here.
Copy 28 minutes.
It's West Uranium.
Oh, it is?
Rice
What?
and Uranium.
By Loeb Lake? What's the numbers?
100 blocks. Rice and Uranium.
Oh, okay.
4041. There's squads impounded.
119 West Uranium.
28.
When you were out of the car in the traffic stop, Joe,
Yeah.
you got many compliments on your appearance.
Well.
Do you want this heat on your feet, or should I? Are your feet cold?
I'm okay.
Okay. So it was up to 70.
311. 311. You can send us that domestic local back.
Yeah, there's a
Copy on the mail.
big
Return is in
difference
front of the building,
in the
yelling and
picture
screaming.
between the two
29
phones.
minutes.
There is.
Yeah, huge.
That one's a little crooked now.
Watch his talking.
043 X-ray November.
TV?
Papa. 2003
Somebody sent
silver
it. That's fine.
Chevy Tahoe.
Somebody sent us a text about
1043
said poor
Matilda
Hutch.
Street.
Are they attacking him?
He's just giving his press conference.
Just for info, he is on probation or parole, tied to his mom's address on Matilda. I did pass a dark-colored SUV, possibly Tahoe Suburban, on my way here near Thomas and Grotto, going northbound. If you can also just notify maybe all the local hospitals due to the large amount of blood, maybe needing medical attention.
What do we got going there on Matilda there,
That's
Joe?
look at domestic.
Domestic?
Yeah.
And who's the
And
suspect?
for officer safety, he is in possession of one, if not two firearms.
Okay, well, there we go. What's he driving? We don't know.
Oh, no, he's a silver Tahoe.
Say what
That-
year?
That's
Yeah, it does.
That's for sure the car, or that was
I'm not, I have to read the comments. They keep...
that's what we got you, Joe.
No, I know.
One of the squad's broadcasts.
60 words a
I
minute.
thought he jumped in the Tahoe.
60.
One of the squad's broadcasts that he actually has a vehicle and gave a plate out.
Yeah, I have to play here.
What's the plate?
Who's talking right now on that press conference?
Hutch.
Okay.
043 X-ray.
At 30 minutes.
043. What year is it?
It's a 2003 Tahoe.
So Joe's telling us there's a press conference right now on the night's activities. What channel are you watching? Fox?
Fox 9.
Fox 9's got Sheriff
For
Hutchinson
both,
on
looks
there.
like somebody a black male, 5'6", heavy
For
build.
those of you that were with us last
white
night, you know
tank top,
Sheriff Hutchinson
sweatpants,
called us at the end of the night.
He is in possession of
Gave us a little update.
firearms, unknown further at this point. Okay.
So we're looking for a silver
31
Tahoe,
minutes.
043.
Yep.
I don't know if he was actually
5'6",
Or if he
anyone.
did.
I don't know. Well, one officer said he saw a car
Yeah,
leaving,
yeah.
but he didn't know for sure if that was him.
Well, the neighbor said he jumped.
If I could call her back, I sent you a message. She
All right,
said that
where
she
are you
was
going?
on crutches and didn't know she'd be able to make
60
it
words
up
a
there and
minute?
wanted to know if you could give her a call if possible.
Was that anything to work?
Maybe in relation to what you were just talking about.
I don't have it.
Well, do we have an apartment number or anything? We can maybe try to buzz in.
I guess people are texting us saying Hutch is doing an awesome job on the press conference.
Nothing was listed. There's no premise history, but I can give her a call back and see if we can get a apartment number for her. $40. Squad was just 1850 White Bear at Aldrich Arena for a suspicious area check for a vehicle in the upper lot. Cops saw 2 males arrive in a silver minivan, then 4 occupants got out of the vehicle and are looking at a Honda that they parked next to.
Too bad we're not over there.
4262 back.
We haven't been in West Sector that much since the very beginning.
No.
We spent our time over there. Joe, nothing going on in the suburbs tonight?
That's awesome.
No.
Nothing on the board?
I mean, other than that domestic, that strategy.
Yeah.
I apologize. Can you say again?
No, they did not have a description.
So, explain the squad was down in Frogtown, but this address was up on Matilda. So what is the address?
Earlier on University, going about 80, and then
I'm
just
sorry.
past
Yeah, so the
my
domestic-
squad when I got here, going about
We got
60 down
6
Edmond.
You know, so say, where was the domestic at?
821 Edmond.
Okay. And what's the Matilda address?
That's where he lives. That's,
What-
that's
what-
where the car registers.
What's the number?
1043.
Sounds like the squad's talking about a poorly driven car. And what's the suspect's name we're looking for?
Darius Brown,
Okay.
27-year-old, 26-year-old.
Can you pull a picture up for us?
Well, Pat, did Peter have that key?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't have JW
Well,
on
Pat does. But he just doesn't. Pat's computer does.
We'll have
but
to get that on here added. I don't think he does that.
I'll bring it in on Monday.
But Emmerich still working, right, or not? Tonight?
Yeah, they are.
Just have her send us some pictures on the phones.
Heather and Katie are.
Strike 42, is there a description of a domestic suspect vehicle?
Affirmative. It's going to be a burgundy Chevy Tahoe. Although the plate comes back as a silver Chevy Tahoe. It's going to be Minnesota plate 043 X-ray November Papa.
Check the address on the house.
Copy that, thank you.
See how far.
1129.
160, we're out the vehicle, Dale and Edmund, just east of Dale.
Oh, there you go. They got the vehicle.
Dale, Edmund, just east of Dale with the vehicle. Is there other squads are concerned?
Strike 42 en route.
Is there a stream working okay?
150,
Yes,
we're not
it
far
is.
from them. 101 is that vehicle stop.
Address?
65.
There's a squad.
116. We haven't approached the vehicle yet. We're on command. Eastbound, just
They
east of
haven't
the
approached the vehicle yet.
Copy. Calling a 10-1 for 160.
Did you say they're eastbound?
Copy.
They're
Calling a
stopped
10-1
eastbound.
Go ahead there, squatter.
Or 88 at Charlie Bravo X-ray 226.
So you just saw two strike forces go, one up and one over. There's a lot of squads out here. So what was
Clear.
the original address, Joe?
821 Edmund.
All right, so he drove.
East about 3 blocks.
Is that the pizza thing?
Copy, several cars in the line, 36 minutes.
Clear right.
I heard a voice, but maybe it was Joe's phone.
No.
Is there voices out there?
Yeah, there was some.
I thought I heard voices too. This house I've been in a couple times. A lot of alcohol and consumption.
4481, show me out. 37 minutes.
So the strike force units are
88, we're code 4
rapid response units
Code 4 for now, 37 minutes.
that are activated during times of potential unrest. And when they're not needed for those duties, they assist the regular patrol officers on calls.
Copy. By the way, that plate that they're out with has been tagged in that car.
Over the last part.
Vehicle occupied.
He's been tagged in that car
It's
before.
occupied.
And it is occupied. It's
And
supposed
strike
to
42, just to
supposed
confirm,
to
this
have
is
two
going to be the
guns with
suspect
him.
vehicle and the hit and run.
Oh, have they got him out yet?
5 foot. So one short medic in the middle of town. That's some injuries from this lady.
Yeah, they did say there was a lot of blood at the scene.
Yep.
Thought he might go to Regions. Turns out he didn't go all the way down to Regions.
115 is a gun in the center console. He's passed out right now.
Shall be done in the center console.
Well, there you have it. And he said there's two guns originally,
3923.
so
Transporting adult male back to the PD for testing. The PD is 38
don't let him wake up.
Really. Don't try to wake him up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Clear right.
Until you've secured both guns.
Straight for 2, we'll definitely need backstage Dale and Edmund.
Copy.
Well, there's a tough call for you right there.
Yep. That was Darren talking.
Yeah, you got a domestic, the
Does
suspect.
anyone have a window punch?
It's called a streamline.
Strike 25, we do. We're pulling up. These are sticks reserves.
Yeah, so
This
that's
way.
so they don't have the gun yet. Somebody just told them that the gun's in the
I got the unveil.
One of the officers can see it through the window.
in the center console.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's the worst possible scenario, right?
Yes, it
Copy
is.
for minutes.
Ay, 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 ay.
So they have a domestic suspect stopped who appears to be unconscious and bleeding. They've requested medics for.
They can't get in the car.
Was reported to have had 2 guns, and they can actually see 1 gun in the center console.
So you can imagine if you wake up a desperate person who's lost blood.
162, have medics close by. They've been started, I can check where they are. 162, have them come up to Dale and Edmund. We'll tell them when they're cleared in. Copy, I have them being staged
Well,
at
they've
Dale
got
and
the car boxed in, or the truck boxed in.
They're in the car. They must have got him out, huh?
No, that's, I believe, is that?
160, we're code 4 for medics.
Okay.
Copy, code 4 for medics.
So,
171.
looks like the road is
171.
blocked off back there, huh?
Let's have Dale blocked off, please.
Yes.
From Edmund, actually from Thomas.
Dale blocked off from Thomas.
So a lot of officers here, as you can see.
They got apparently
Last squad, you're
the
on tail
gun
2.
from the center console. One of the officers has custody of.
Where is the suspect?
We should get 10 blocked off to make sure no one comes down there.
I believe he's still in the vehicle now that they got the gun out.
Copy, need 10 blocked off.
Well, let's just... I think we... Okay. I think we are going on our way. Yeah. What do you say? Oh, was that Tommy?
Not sure.
Reese? He called the other day. He said he really likes that new theme song that the young man put together for us.
Yeah.
Brian, right? Brian
Yes.
Campbell?
Brian Campbell.
Yeah. We're going to play that again, Brian, at the end. Thank you very much for doing that for us. Let's take a tour of the West
Strike 42.
District here.
31 Western Avenue South. The caller saying their ex-boyfriend is outside revving their engine. Said he assaulted her 2 days ago. Ex is a Sapa, 26 years old, Asian male in a tan vehicle. There's a Minnesota license. Foxtrot Whiskey Zulu 514 on a gray Acura.
Sure,
We have
good for
copies
me. You
in regards
bet.
to that.
Where are we going, Joe?
I didn't see.
108's headed there too. Was she copied?
160 report, I'm en route there.
Joe, I think you're texting your girlfriends.
185, do we need another street squad?
160.
Dad's computer's delayed.
Do you need additional stuff?
Always got to be on Pat.
And it's admin addresses, Ramsey and tape up there
Hey,
as well.
let's put this on one. What do you got over there?
So 160, they're on the same call that we were just at.
2204.
What channel you want?
I'll go to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, T, take me out the door port, please.
Yeah, just now.
Receive.
112, I'll see if I have some in my car.
Yeah, the house where we first had our first A1 precinct is gone, flat, kapush.
That was on LaFawn, wasn't it?
Yeah, 919 LaFond.
Info to Maplewood Squad, Commander Prime Route 1793 Jarvis Avenue, Unit 7. The 76-year-old male, conscious of breathing, fell out of the bed. 46 minutes. $60 going to 4.
Information is logged.
Strike 25, we're clear.
The hell?
Copy in 47 minutes.
You're on 1?
I'm on 3. Isn't that on 1?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Oh, they ain't something. That's why I missed that channel 1 call.
That was the one 160's on?
No, this was a new one.
Is there a new Western District call, Joe?
I'm not seeing it. Any West cars, out of 425 Roy.
What's going on there? That's West.
It is, but it's a disorderly from almost 45 minutes ago.
Just give us everything anyhow. We can sort it out.
Now they're already at Regis Hospital.
Okay.
112. If there is a free squad, can we get them to block off Edmund at Victoria? We have evidence in the street unit. Is there a squad to block off Edmund at Victoria?
So they got to block off the street to recover evidence.
Once the vehicle be cornered shortly, we can go.
Did you guys go
Squad
to
910, can I get any supervisor out on the admin call to give me a call when you get a chance?
Okay.
Say that again?
Oh, nothing.
What'd you say?
I remember earlier in the summer, you guys went to a fight call here. That high rise with somebody.
Oh yeah, and they were having the big barbecue.
Yeah.
Willie Barnett.
Yeah.
Well, that was back at 750 Milton. The Victoria Milton barbecue. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to the Inglewood one now. Yep. Well, I made a mistake the other day. I mean, I don't know. I can't remember if I made a mistake or not, but this is the church that my wife and I were married in.
Really?
Yeah. My daughter was married at Assumption. I might have said, I might have mentioned that we were married at Assumption, but my wife and I were married here. Well, we're on the back side of it, so it really doesn't do it justice. But when you're inside this Hamlin United Methodist Church, it's absolutely gorgeous.
I've never been in there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful church. And a lot of great memories of that day.
I'll bet.
St. Paul Hotel, if you recall.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. well worth it. But pull your old light out there, Pat, will you?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go the other way because those lights are too bright. Yeah. Got a lot of pictures. Walking out the door there. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh, is that pretty? Wow.
Ah, that was gorgeous.
That's gorgeous.
But there's a beautiful. See up there. You can't really see those windows. Up a little higher with the light. Over there, right there. Those beautiful stained glass windows. As we get rear-ended. Pull that camera back for a minute.
Yeah. Well,
Here, I'll hold the light.
I got it.
You can handle two things. You're at least
I got it.
20 word.
There you go. There's those
you go.
windows.
Hamlin United Methodist. That was the best day of my life. Well, that and
228.
Oh, when your kids were born.
yeah, kids were born, but
There, apartment number.
but I was so lucky to Snatcher. You would agree with that.
Oh, there's
I
no
know you
permit
think
one.
the world of my wife.
Yes,
you
I
guys
do.
Oh, here's Sheriff Hutchinson giving us a report. So turn our radios down, gentlemen. Let's get a report from Sheriff Hutchinson. Sheriff, my wife says you did an awesome job on your press conference. You know,
Well, she's all that matters, right?
well, she's got the best judgment of anybody. So she's, actually what she said, I'm just going to read what she said because I know,
Are we on live now?
Oh yeah, we're on live. We're,
Okay.
we're definitely on live. We're definitely on live. She said this. She said, Hutch is on fire. Live on Care 11. He's doing awesome. He found his voice. Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
We didn't get to see it, so I don't know. I know you've
Holy smokes!
been doing
Well,
a great job. So thank you.
Well, and I appreciate that, but I'm not doing it for anything for me. I'm doing it for the citizens of this county, and I do get a little emotional. I do, I sometimes wear my emotions on my sleeve a little too much, but it shows I care. We cannot allow this county or your county or any of these other people's counties, they're not our counties, they're the taxpayers' counties, but we can't allow them to be destructed by a group of people that don't care about anything. They don't care about this awful thing that happened Sunday. They care about their agenda, and their agenda is clear when, again, it's not everybody there. And that's why I thank the peaceful protesters that as soon as we asked them to leave, they left.
Yep.
But when you have other groups that are trained, they have little tactics, like police tactics with their little umbrellas, and they're when this video comes out of the cache and stuff, to have people's jaws are going to drop.
Right.
But anytime you're talking and you're spray painting "Death to America" on something, the legacy of these mishaps that we have as police, and again, we have to do better. We have to do better because this can't happen again. But that agenda is not helping anybody. That agenda is putting their spotlight on them, not on these people we've lost to violence.
Yeah, we're lucky to have you in a leadership role over there across the river, and I could only hope that I do as well if it was over here. But just really appreciate your leadership, and thanks for giving me a little tour of the command post today, and getting to meet some of your staff over there. That was a pleasure as well.
It's a well-oiled machine over there, and all the agencies there. I couldn't do anything without the staff that I have, and not just my staff, but the staff from everywhere, the state, the National Guard. And I tell you, the adjunct general, I'm not going to mention his name because it's not pertinent, but I just talked to him, and he gives me some courage because he's a heck of a guy, and he's the adjunct general of the National Guard. He's given his life to service, and just a pleasant man.
Right.
Well, you think all these other organizations, the people that work for me give me all this information and they're the real heroes. And unfortunately, I'm just, I do my best, but without them, I'm nothing.
I know you know this, but some of the people doing a lot of the heavy lifting are the Minnesota State Patrol.
Oh,
and
they're fantastic.
Colonel Matt Langer. I mean, they've had probably the largest number of bodies there, every single night.
By probably 30 or 40%.
Yeah.
They're unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, there's always kind of been jokes against them in the past, but I've said it to them lately that they are phenomenal. State troopers sometimes get a bad rap, but I'll tell you what, they're great men and women at the agency, and they care about the whole state. And you know, Colonel Matt Langer is one heck of a guy.
Yeah, he's such a commensurate professional. We're so lucky to have him as the colonel in charge of the state patrol. I just had so much respect for him.
And he speaks so eloquently, and you know, he does a lot better job than I do. But he again, the comparison, I think he's way better. But the comparison is that we both have emotion in this, you know, and we both care about their prospective agencies and the people we serve.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get rid of this back and forth between people. You know, politics. We have to stamp out evil, and we have to stamp out evil in the ranks of police if there is some. And we have to make sure that everybody's accountable, including my staff, including your staff. We have to hold these people accountable, but so the public. If you're out there with trained people with a cachet of weapons to hurt people, you need to be held accountable. And our politicians in the area really need to step up and support the people that they serve. I mean, sometimes in politics, people forget what their job is. Their job is to serve their constituents, not their own personal agenda.
Well said. Well said. Well, just very, very proud of the job you've done over there, and
I appreciate people's support, especially people in the county, because you know, like you said, it's like we concentrate on the negative, but I've gotten more positive than negative, and again, politics doesn't matter to me. Public safety is why I ran, and that's what I'll continue doing as long as I'm sheriff. My personal opinions, none of that matters. What matters is keeping people safe and using the tactics we can in all things. And again, after this is all said and done, and we have to sit down and we talked a little bit last night, is we got to come up with solutions to make us better, right. So the community feels safer. And you know, we need maybe more training. Maybe we need different training. Maybe we need to hire different people, change our hiring practices, but whatever the people need or want from us, they get.
Right. Well, we did talk about that last night, and I won't go over too much detail again tonight, but we do have an obligation to improve our industry in every corner that we can, and we have an obligation to make sure what happened last week never happens again in the history of law enforcement, because that's a tragedy that just cannot be repeated. So
no, and I saw that it just broke my heart, and it's one of those things where I really like technology. I'm maybe not the best at it, but in one of my roles, I'm the chair of the technology board, and I'm already starting to work with these big companies that do tech for law enforcement. And other ones. I mean, we have to come up with a plan to make sure that we hire cops and deputies and troopers, et cetera, that can handle themselves under pressure, that are going to maintain professionalism. And like medical field in the last 20 years has made leaps and bounds technology-wise. And I think we got to follow suit with some of these other professions that are doing such a great job. Like, who I think has the best training of pretty much any profession is airline pilots. I mean, think of that stressful job, and they do a heck of a job when there is a problem, and the flight attendants and everybody else. I mean, that's a good model.
Good point. Well, we're westbound on University Avenue. We're crossing 280, and we're almost gonna enter your county, but I'm going to stop short. I know there's only one real major corporation that's in both of our counties. Do you know which one that is?
Probably do. I can't think of it right now, Bob. Sorry.
Hubbard Broadcasting. KSTP Television, Stan Hubbard. So his business is right on the border, built on the border of our two counties, and we're just coming by it now. So maybe you and I should I know we saw each other today, but we should have lunch with Stan Hubbard sometime soon. I think that would be a good lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I as people can probably tell, I enjoy lunches, so I won't turn down lunches anyway.
But you usually want me to
And
buy.
I won't be ordering a salad, that's for sure.
Yeah. No. Well, anyhow, thanks for calling. And you know what? You need a little sleep before tomorrow, because you're gonna another long day tomorrow, don't you?
I think we got a long couple of weeks, but yeah,
I don't know if you want to mention anybody by name, but I know that Major Jeff Storms has been doing a great job for you too. So
yeah,
I just want to give him a little shout out for what
he's phenomenal. My chief Martin's phenomenal. My major, Donna Witt, Kurt, Pat King. There's just great people, and we're facing the probably the most adversity any sheriff's office in Minnesota have faced, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. And I tell you what, the deputies out there and their correctional staff, I mean, they're the ones doing the real work, and they're working long hours too. And I pray for them every night, and I just hope that they're well. And I appreciate you guys and Pat. And it's just, I think it's almost time to use these horrible tragedies. We have to come to a common ground, and we got to fix this, Bob. And I know you're committed to that. I'm committed to it. If we can get the majority of the Minnesotans committed to it, we can actually institute some real change.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for giving us a little of your time, Sheriff. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
Right.
Keep it
Proud to know you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
All right. Boy, be safe.
Thanks. Bye.
Guys, see you later.
Bye. Always enjoy that conversation,
Yep. He's an impressive man.
Yeah. It's just a genuine article, and everybody should post a little thank you. It's not that he's defending one position, he's just genuine, He's just genuine about what needs to be done on both ends of the spectrum.
He so clearly speaks from the heart.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see, the radio's back on. We turned them down for a few minutes there so we could hear Sheriff Hutch.
Male's refusing to leave and demanding patches might give him a ride somewhere. So Hispanic male in his 30s, average build, wearing a white sweatshirt.
Joe Miller, what are you doing back there, buddy?
Well, I'm on my 14th hour ravine here today, so yeah, a little groggy.
Oh, for crying. Did you hear that little young man complain about how many hours he's worked?
Well, I didn't say work. Here.
All right, I'm going to knock off some more birthday shout-outs. Michael Sheppy on April 9th turned 63. Marcia turned 33 on April 12th. Josh Van had his birthday on April 9th from Ashland, Virginia. Happy birthday to all of you. Chris Dolney turned 50 on April 10th. Willis, Texas. Becky Malloy, 32 on April 10th. Mary Greenman, 88 on April 9th. Congratulations and happy birthday, Mary. Tony Jr., 13 on April 9th. Happy birthday, Tony. Lisa had her birthday on April 10th. Ann Dalton on April 12th. Lori Dudero on April 11th. Lori, a.k.a. Lacey, on April 11th. Sarah Day turned 15 on April 10th. Happy birthday to all of you. Dan had his birthday on April 2nd from Orland Park. Jason turned 10 on March 28th.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday, Jason. It's a fun age. Lexus Nelson, Tulsa, Oklahoma, turned 22 on April 9th. Nita's dad, we don't know his name, but Nita's dad turned 90 at some point this month. Happy birthday, Nita's dad. Our friend Kurt Sandell.
Yeah, I gotta get that posted again. I mentioned that, but I gotta get that address. Is it his birthday?
It was April 9th.
April 9th. I gotta get his address. We'll post that. Get that posted tomorrow. Send him some cards for his recovery.
Absolutely.
We really want you guys to take a minute to send our friend Kurt
Special attention to Maplewood, 27 Portland on the threat.
Little get well soon card.
Possibly driving in dark.
Please keep
121
Kurt Sandell in
to
your
region
prayers.
for one adult female, starting mileage 1432.5.
Katie had her birthday on the day we started this live on patrol, April 16th. Zachary is turning 20 on the 19th. Jane in Greenbelt, Maryland, turned 50 on April 9th. Bobby from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, April 18th. Derek, April 9th. And Daryl, April 10th from Monticello, Minnesota. Happy birthday to you all.
You're good at that. You might not be able to type very fast, but you're the best birthday reader in town.
Somebody on one of the backseater pages posted the Casey Jones birthday song for me.
I heard that, yeah. So my wife was telling me.
I think you guys sang that song once.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm not sure that's the same song we sang, but it was. We tried.
We were darn close.
Well, we're heading down to Highland Park.
Matt Haslak, St. Paul firefighter, turned 50 yesterday. Thanks for letting us know, Laura. Happy birthday to you, Matt, and thank you for your service.
See, we got to get Joe to talk more. You backseaters,
No.
the guys in the backseat. I think, are you holding Joe down so he can't talk? So
No.
you got to. No, really, Joe's an analyst like Pat, but Joe, we need to bring out the real Joe, right, Pat? I'm not sure the best way to do that. We can go to the Cherry Pit. I've seen him talkative there.
Copy. Suspect is a Christopher Jones,
Sherwood.
34-year-old black
The Sherwood,
male,
yeah.
390 pounds, wearing a dark blue jacket.
Who's on one? Who's on first base?
What's that second?
University of St. Thomas. Fine academic, very fine academic institution.
Great school.
Affirmative. I've got you en route. Thank you.
The guy from
Don't hear it.
From that stop.
yeah, no.
The guy that was in the car.
How's it going, guys? What's going on? Anything? Is school in full session?
Yep.
It is. When do you guys graduate?
Well, we're a freshman.
Oh, I mean, when do you finish the year up? Like May 15th?
Yeah. My last final's May 22nd.
It's 22nd.
May 22nd? That's good. What's your majors?
Business management and leadership.
Good.
Data analytics.
Data analytics?
Political science.
Who's gonna be the richest? Probably the data guy, huh? You can own the business and it'll work for you and all your data. How about the young lady there?
Parked on the street.
Business?
Male
Yeah,
is currently
business
standing
has become
outside
very
in front of the
popular. I went
house,
to
unaware
Hamlin.
that police have been
Oh,
called.
I was a Hamlin guy, yeah.
Okay.
That business wasn't that popular.
Did
So
you grow up in the area?
yeah, close enough, Maplewood. I was born down here in Highland
Hold on.
Park,
Yeah.
like
I was born in Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Party town.
Big Badger fan.
But yeah, are you?
Yeah.
This is a good school.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's the best school.
Really good school.
You got that right.
Really good school. Really good. Well, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, you
Good luck to you all.
Thank you. Nice young college kids, huh?
Yeah. That was a nice conversation.
Yeah. They were all sober, too.
Yeah, just gonna say that.
They were all sober. They're probably out on a freshman prank. That's really not that late.
302. A couple blocks out. I don't
There must be a party down here.
The description of the mail once again.
Hey, we heard there's a party down here somewhere.
Christopher Jones, 34-year-old black male, 6'3", 190
Man
pounds.
with a gun on the
wearing a
east
dark
side,
blue
Joe.
jacket.
Oh, woo, woo, woo.
We can give you a little. Yeah, the
No, 110.
must have been a party.
Don't want to count. There's Jones.
What's the address?
1045 Rainy.
Man with a gun.
Oh, how fast I can make it there. From here.
No
Pretty
way.
tough. I was impressed on all those kids that we saw. None of them really seemed intoxicated, right?
Yeah, nothing like when I was a
No,
freshman.
I was gonna say when at 1 o'clock people wouldn't be leaving walking that straight.
Walking.
No, I was a
Golf 8, we're on sale. We coming from Atlantic.
I know though, Joe. I know you wanted to get out and interview those two.
I mean, I can favor on that.
As part of your FTO program. Gotta be a big house party here somewhere, right?
Copy and 1025 range. And then it was 45. Dispatch device.
Affirmative, 1045 Rainy.
Copy. We'll come south on arrow. Copy. Let me know when you make the turn.
Oops.
Copy. Cart 3, we're coming from the east off of Johnson Parkway now.
How's it going, guys? Good. Everybody safe? Very good.
315, we're coming into the area.
You bet.
Copy at 112.
I think there might be more than one party going on.
Well, it is Friday. Let's just be fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't mad at him.
Maybe if you guys want to come from Cypress and
It is Friday, and it's toward the end of the year. It's really
Yep.
the first nice night we had.
Yeah, really.
And the other thing I want to mention, they were all wearing masks.
Cypress right now.
Outside.
First Rainy.
No, it was a nice group of kids. I was actually impressed. All those kids. I think that's an indication that alcohol is losing its grip.
And dispatch the caller still have eyes on the subject.
Negative, caller just disconnected, saying their phone is going to die. No answer on callback.
Happy to Joey approaching the area.
Well, Luke Long, happy birthday to your mom. Same birthday as me. Only
Getting
she's
flagged
quite a
down
few
here,
years
Rainey.
younger.
You know where my flashlight was?
Copy, flight down at Rainy.
Not back here.
Oh, I got two over here.
305, this will be the cost.
All right. What is it?
315, copy out with the cost at 113.
This is a quiz.
Pop quiz?
What did this used to be?
Okay, what's our intersection here?
315.
Cleveland and
315.
Huh?
The guy's going to be named Christopher Jones. He's going to be wearing a dark blue jogging suit with threads to the black.
55 University for 2 people dumpster diving, 113.
Copy, suspect is a
St. Clair.
Christopher
Cleveland,
Jones wearing a dark
St.
blue
Clair.
jogging suit and dreads.
Quiz for our listeners. What did this used to be?
the School of Rock there.
School of Rock in this corner right here. Yep. What
315,
did this
go
used to be?
What used to be on this corner,
It should
folks?
be on foot.
Southeast corner. St. Clair and Cleveland.
Copy, suspect to on foot.
Oh, this just breaks my heart. Southeast corner, St. Clair and Cleveland.
I'm out for 1045, not seeing him
Vicky
anywhere.
Platt, I hope you had a happy anniversary on my birthday.
Anybody got the answer yet?
121.
Snuffies.
There we go.
There you go.
Snuffies Malt Shop.
We got a couple simultaneous
There
ones
we
for
go.
that. So
There we go.
well done.
The greatest malt shop in America.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, you had the red interior. Felt like you were really back in the 50s eating a malt when you were in there. Come on. Michael J. Fox got nothing on Snuffies. Yeah, those landmarks like that.
Copy, 3 in the alley.
Incredible Broiler, somebody guessed. That's over on Snelling, though.
Close though.
That was on. It's not there any longer either, but that's the new. I think Tony's or Totino's or what do they call that place?
Oh,
Tony's.
you wouldn't have said it. Tonos. Tonos?
Tonos, yeah. Here we come.
That's 3 nights in a row.
Street.
Hey, we're the monkeys.
People say we're monkeying around. All right.
Right down the sleeve and the pants with white shirt.
Everybody got a radio channel on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Copy, suspect to be a black male with a dark blue tracksuit with a white down the sleeve and pants, white shoes. 116.
Gotta check that out over there. The rear parking lot of U.S. Bank. Got a suspicious car sitting over there.
The ATM?
Card 3 to any spot in the front. We're currently at the 3-4 corner. If you want us to switch to the other side, just let us know. Trophy to
What kind of car is that, you car experts?
That's good.
Lexus, maybe.
Foxtrot Papa 123113.
Foxtrot Papa 113123. Illinois.
We are on the
How's it going?
corner of 1045.
Good. What's going on?
Switch position. Please let us know.
You're doing a very good job.
Clarifying the
Very good job. All right, you got a nice car to have security with, huh?
Affirmative, bright blue house.
Very, very nice. All right, thanks. Talk to you. You bet.
All right, you're good at 3-4. We got the 1-2.
U.S. Bank security. Everybody needs a little security today.
Mike, can you guys go to the opposite corner we're terribly backlit and have a huge fence if we go to the 3-4?
Can you repeat? Or else you want to?
So what's showing at the Highland Theater now, Pat?
You make it to the
Let's
1-4.
see.
If we try to take
What
the
is it?
3-4, we're
that King
terribly
Kong.
backlit.
I don't
and have a
think
huge
they have
fence
Steve
that obstructs
Kong.
and address.
What we got?
Yep, Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah, you're
That's what
right.
it is.
You're right.
And the girl who believes in miracles.
Well, you should meet her because you're the guy who believes in miracles. The girl who believes in miracles.
We're aware. After party.
And you are a miracle of a gift with your
God
friendship.
bless you. So, mini target. Joe, you know what we call the mini target?
Let me guess.
Well, look at the target.
All right,
What's the
golf
mini
eight,
target?
At the 1-4 corner.
Mini bullseye.
There you go. We call it the bullseye.
Copy at the 1-4 corner, 118.
Golf 8 just confirmed this party was...
We're down in Highland Park, called the Highland Village. We're down here on Ford Parkway westbound. So if we keep going, we'll cross over the Ford Parkway
Can I
Bridge.
verify what address you're at?
On our left here, to the south, we got some people on the street up
We're
here.
at the
We got the
bright
bikes.
blue house.
But on our left here is the old Ford plant where they used to make Ford
Okay, I
cars
just got an
for
update
years.
from the photo that the little female showed me.
Fascinating
It's
history by
10:55.
itself.
Rainy.
And they're going to have a huge
Alright, yeah. We're on with
multi-housing, economic, park development here. You're interested to see how that all pulls together. So if we cross this river, this bridge here, this is the Mississippi River, we will be in Minneapolis and Hennepin County. You got another one of those cough drops here, BK?
Yes, I do.
His birthday should be April 14th, 1997.
Someone just posted the Chicago Lake Liquor Store is being hit right now.
Chicago Lake Liquor Store?
Yep.
You're kidding.
They just drove by there the other night.
should go up to
128, I copy just the domestic. 10.
Marshall Bridge, Lake Street Bridge, huh?
Yeah.
See if anybody tries to hit the.
A lot of businesses right over inside St. Paul there.
This is over. We're on the Minneapolis side by Minnehaha Falls, Hiawatha Creek. We're crossing back over the Mississippi.
Any other squads in front of the address, please?
Copy another squad at the front of the address.
We need a backseat approaching from the west side. Car 3, we just had somebody attempting to come out the rear door of the residence here.
Transmission's okay there?
Yep.
Co-pilot.
They've got the
Copy someone attempted to come out the rear of the address for 121.
man with a gun call. They've got the house contained.
Surrounded, yeah.
Looks like
The problem with those calls that become so tricky is, and I've been at, and Pat has too, hundreds of them.
Copy at least 60
Question
side.
is, did the person with the gun threaten someone?
This victim saying there should
Obviously, if they pulled the trigger and shot at someone, that's easy, but did they threaten someone because having a gun by itself, not a crime, especially on your own property.
All right, there's another squad en route. If they can, we need.
So there's a lot of ways to
north
threaten a
and south
person with a
bound
gun.
or blocked.
Yeah.
Thank these guys for their service. Gentlemen, thank you for everything.
Copy their squad.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Earl.
Squad 214, text your status.
302, I'll take you. Northbound. 327. Coming from the range.
Thank you, gentlemen.
834.
Appreciate it. Appreciate your work.
Blockbound.
Thank you.
Thank you for a copy.
They're trying to get a little sleep, those guys.
Make sure you're on the corner house now.
Someone just woke them up.
Yeah, they were. You can see them. They were all awake in there. You know.
We are.
Poor kids.
Okay. We're kind of on the 1-2 corner. We can't see the 4-7. Yeah, we got the 3-4 covered. We can see through.
We're really very
there's a bunch of
appreciative
people inside this
of
house.
the National Guard, huh? I mean,
They're
just
amazing.
the sense of support and confidence to know there's some additional resources
There are
there.
a couple strike teams or other squads
It's been
available.
great partners, and you know what? The good thing about those guys? Here's the thing:
We got 327 en route. I'll ask for another strike team as well.
none of them complain.
Nope.
No complaints. And you know, in our industry, what's the odds of that in our industry?
Now it's around the
Oh
corner.
my goodness
We're all
gracious.
here. Visible.
Yeah, we do have more than our share of complainers in our industry.
Copy.
So appreciative of the National Guard. Just
52-7, if you guys could replace me at Haha and Earl, at least with your squad.
I suppose we should
right now.
probably turn that off, huh? The tactics, just in case
Yeah,
he's
good
listening.
idea.
You never know when some suspect is listening to our feed. Now, granted, they could have a scanner app anyhow, but
No sense giving extra resources.
extra info. Well, we're gonna take young Joe Miller back. Well, maybe we'll all wrap it up if it stays quiet, huh?
I can have Whistler give me two.
Whistler's ready to crash, I'm sure too.
Yeah, he's probably right on that.
All quiet on the Highland front.
Quiet is good.
Yep. Well, the Wild play again tomorrow. That's a big game for them. Joe, look up the standings, will you, to see how
Yeah, I will.
see how much they got to win. If they win tomorrow, I think they got a pretty good shot to into the playoffs.
And 13. They're third in the West Division. Let me see. There's a way you can do it.
It's a new playoff plan this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that.
But do they just have to finish in the top 4?
One, how do I see?
126.
I gotta admit, I haven't heard the Walgreens get stolen from lately.
No, that seems to have eased off a little bit.
Yeah. That's good. They have had some security in there, I think, though, too.
And I know one of the really active Walgreens thieves got arrested on a parole violation.
Okay, that's good. I probably spoke too soon. I just have to check, make sure everybody's okay here.
So yeah, the top 4 teams in each division will qualify for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, how many points difference is there between like 3, 4, and 5? Not many, I don't think, right?
Well, I guess they're open.
Yeah, 5, 6,
129.
7 points.
129.
Take the disturbance. I'll let you know if
Say that again.
7 points. So it's Colorado, Vegas, Minnesota, St. Louis, Arizona.
But I mean between 3
yeah,
3 and 5.
7 and 9. So they're 7 behind number 2, and then 9 behind number 1.
No, but how many? I'm trying to figure out the people behind them. How the gap that is between.
Oh yeah, 10.
Between 3 and 5.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. It's really good. Yeah, the Wild is the kind of team that can surprise anybody at any time, even the fans.
I think we got an L-Tech going on.
Win 8-1 one day and lose 9-1 the next.
Yeah, St. Louis. Yeah.
40-54 vehicles blacked out, still westbound, passing University. Speeds are about 120.
On
Light traffic.
694.
Westbound.
Blacked out vehicle.
Mr. 6.
Just hit the
Mission
stop
6,
sticks.
128.
Well, it's good that people tell us about that. Otherwise, we'd never hear about it.
Thank you, Mike.
Alright, we're exiting East River Road.
Oh,
that's
Exiting East River Road.
It's not too far, though.
Apparently it's an Anoka County chase.
Okay.
Northbound East River Road.
Oh, northbound. Okay.
Northbound East River Road, 129.
Vehicle data. Copy. Survey report. Southbound East River Road, mid U-turn.
Oh, there we go. Coming back to us.
Headed our way.
He's got to head east.
I guess he missed the sticks.
Oh, okay. Well, if he keeps coming south, eventually he'll hit.
Henry Zebra Union 8719, unknown state.
Henry Zebra Union 8719, unknown state, 129.
A Dodge Charger.
Dodge Charger, 129.
We're looking for one with the stripes on it.
Yeah, we are.
Little southbound through 51st Way, no traffic. Speeds are 100.
Try Wisconsin.
Southbound 51st Way, no traffic. Speeds at 100.
HZU 8719.
Well, they got four.
Still blacked
Wisconsin
out.
always has four numbers. You're right. 3 letters.
Negative,
four
lights
numbers.
are on. Still southbound.
Lately,
Speeds
they had
100,
four
no
numbers.
traffic.
The latest group of plates
Lights
has
on,
four numbers.
southbound. No traffic.
I
Speed
mean,
it up.
letters and then four numbers.
David 54, we're through 42nd. Speeds are 120, no traffic. Lights are on.
These Chargers can move. I
Yeah,
can
they
guarantee
can.
you that.
For 42nd, 120 miles an hour. Lights are on, no traffic, 130.
For David 39, I will discontinue.
For David 39, just continue 131.
David 54, I copy. Vehicle is westbound on 37th. We're discontinuing.
Last seen westbound 37, discontinuing 131.
Well,
For David 54, do you have a color on that vehicle?
somebody else will probably spot it here shortly.
Dark colored. It has the tail lights that span the whole length of the trunk.
Dark and colored taillights that run the whole length of the trunk, 131.
And it continued westbound across 37th into north.
Oh, Jeff. All right.
Continue westbound across
So I
37.
went into Minneapolis, which on a normal day would be the absolutely wrong thing for him to do. But with everything else going on.
I do like how distinctive the tail lights are on Chargers and Durangos. There's no mistaking it.
I like it on the Charger, but I'm not a big fan of the way it looks on an SUV. But I guess it grows on you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Minneapolis will be chasing that car in 5 minutes. So. Joe, you working tomorrow?
I'm off tomorrow. I'm working Sunday.
Okay.
First day off.
Everybody's working a lot of extra hours.
Yeah, we are. 12 to 14.
Keeping everybody safe.
On Sunday.
For David 54.
But definitely 12 hours for sure every day. On Sunday.
Info for you, that vehicle is coming back stolen out of Minneapolis. It's an Ohio plate.
Ohio
plate. Let me try that again then.
10-4, you can add a cops for fleeing off.
Well, we gotta go snoop around a little bit then, right?
Yep.
133.
See if we can see that thing coming back into our city.
3832, I'm clear that.
What color did they say?
3832,
Dark.
133.
Dark.
Just dark, okay.
Stolen Charger out of Minneapolis with an Ohio plate. It's too bad they didn't know that. Maybe they would have let them chase it a little longer.
Anoka County will not be clear of LTAC 1 at 134.
No, the plate must not be right when I hit them.
HZU 8719.
HZU 8179.
No,
8719.
8719.
don't run it again because we'll just we know.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
We'll just get a phone call again.
Right.
Are you behind that stolen car?
Let me at least write it down for future reference.
Yeah. Well, Pat usually has paper on
Pat have
there. Pat, he doesn't have his paper.
I don't have mine. I thought I still had the old one in here.
I gotta clean it once in a while.
0200 KOT.
Everywhere I go to a fast food restaurant, they see all these papers with numbers on there.
So what you just heard is the afternoon shift St. Paul PD usually gets off at 2 a.m. The watch commander just announced that they are all being held over. And they're already working 12-hour days as it is, right?
Yep. It's amazing how much need for storage there is nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody has a need for more storage. All right, eyes open there, Joe, for this Charger.
Eyes are open.
Eyes are open. I don't think he's going to hang in Minneapolis too long.
About 185, I copy in route and on scene on DLC at McCubbin and Edmond Avenue at 136.
And EOT means end of tour. It's the end of the shift.
85.
85, 2 minutes and 9-1 hang-up call. The 2925 Lincoln Drive number 508. Looks like it's going to be a medical for a bloody nose.
Copy, Max, get a bus.
Copy 137.
Right here, we are still in Ramsey County. Roseville was straight ahead there, and we're just sort of on the border here. Gonna go up here to New Brighton Boulevard or Stinson and look for that Charger making its way back this side of the river. Pat's gonna spot it because he's got the eagle eye. Joe had the eagle eye tonight with those live rounds laying on the ground.
Yeah, he did.
8197 Tango, checking status.
We don't know whether or not that FedEx was an employee that was disgruntled or nothing.
No.
Well, I thought the article said he was a former employee. Does that assume they meant there? But
The only reason I'm thinking that we're driving by UPS right now, it's always just amazing to me how often we have a disgruntled employee hurting people.
yeah.
What do we got here?
Nope. Nope.
Well, I'm tempted to sit here and watch the Broadway traffic come from North Minneapolis, but we could go up there too, to St. Anthony, where it comes across the river.
Yeah.
We'll go straight for a little bit. Broadway and Central.
Someone just said it was a 19-year-old former FedEx employee.
That's not good. not good at all.
What do we got here? Maybe. No.
Not dark.
That was a 300, I think. Nope.
124, can I have my C on?
Case number is 077577.
Copy, thanks.
What's
You're
on the
welcome.
roof he's got there?
Like
Rebar?
2x4s, maybe? 1x4s?
You know, sometimes people say we're funny, and I don't really see it, but we appreciate that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Some people think, well, you know, what kind of cops are you? But the thing is, putting a smile on people's faces is part of our job.
Yeah.
And cheering people up when necessary. Trust me, we can be as serious as we need to be if we need to be, but the ability to change hats quickly and to go from, you know, levity to seriousness is really an important trait.
Absolutely.
So if we don't need to be serious, too serious, riding around in a car, you know, we're not gonna be. But
It feels good to bring a smile to a person's face.
Joe, did I give you a radio back there?
Yeah, you did.
Can you turn, I know you know how to do this because you're smarter than Pat or I, but can you put those Minneapolis frequencies on there? Go to that band and then just scan those 5 Minneapolis precincts.
It's either I-1 or I-3.
I-1 here.
He's got the card.
Yeah, got it.
So if you're in Minneapolis, my old buddy friend Joan Shosinski, she used to live over in this area. Joan was the hockey coordinator for our hockey. I know she's a backseater. And Joan, I miss you. You're a really good person.
129.
But I'm driving by this Northeast Ice Arena, which of course
Advised, 180 in a ghost car.
used to be named after the city council member from the Northeast. Oh, can't even believe it's not. Well, actually, I think that was Edison. I'm trying to think. No. Who was the city council member that started with a D? Dietzick. Walt Dietzick.
Oh, Walt Dietzick.
I thought they named that ice arena after Walt Dietzick.
I think you're right.
Now it's the Northeast Arena.
He's also a longtime Minneapolis police officer.
Hey, Jeff, do you need
Yes,
help
that's right.
there?
There was a golfer player that was named Dietzick back in the day.
160, do you need another vehicle?
So we are in Northeast Minneapolis, home of John Pike at
Well, I
Joey.
just need to know the location.
Yes,
I don't know if
indeed.
there's nobody out with it. Is that correct?
It's going to be the comps vehicle that was struck.
You working on those precincts there, Joe?
Yeah, they're on.
Good for you.
Copy that.
Is it the National Guard or what? Well,
115,
that's a
160. The
precinct.
plate on that vehicle is 342 Papa November.
That's Metro Transit.
Copy that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the Northeast precinct, I think.
29, I'll start for the racers. Let you know.
Yep, I believe you're right.
Copy.
All right, remember we're looking for that stolen Charger over here. Came across over at 37th, on the other side of the river. nice old historical neighborhood, you know.
Oh, Joan is listening right now.
Central. Oh, Joan Shasinski's listening. Hey, Joan, thanks for being a backseater, and thanks for all your work with the kids in hockey, and got so many good memories. Well, that's cool. You know how we get to St. Paul? Yeah, you are live, actually. Yeah. Thanks for all your service. We're looking for that. Did you hear there was that chase of that Charger? Yep. L-Tech, so I figured he's over. You guys find it for us.
We're with the National Guard at Walgreens.
Oh, you are. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, they had a number of Walgreens over here looted this week.
Well, I did. I didn't know that.
Here? In Minneapolis.
Oh. Did not know that.
Hey, 197, I copy. One in custody at 146.
Quiet over here, too. I mean, it is 146.
True.
Medium tunnel at the top. No visible damage to the car. Copy. No visible damage. Copy, no visible damage at 147.
Another train loading yard over there, huh?
Yep, and we know how they load those onto the railroad cars now.
706 First Avenue West, apartment 601.
A lot of talk going on about Portland all through the night. Apparently things are pretty bad in
Pretty
Portland
bad there.
tonight. A riot has been declared.
1341.
Well, that's disappointing.
And yeah, they did initiate an emergency curfew in Brooklyn Center tonight.
Get a little further north on Central. Have you ever been to this gas station here? What's it called? It's not Bobby and Steve's, but something like that, where they have fried food there as well, and they have a museum upstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a museum here. I'll find it when we get there.
Fried foods, that's...
They got great fried food. They got a great restaurant. It's like our viewers will know what. Anybody that lives in the northeast side of Minneapolis will know this gas station that has the museum upstairs with the Coca-Cola paraphernalia, and it's really pretty cool. This might be it right here.
It looks like it would be.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the cars. Sure.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'm glad we ran into it. Put us on mute. You guys know how to get to St. Paul. Yeah, they got a really nice layout there of fried food. This is still Minneapolis, isn't it? Or are we into Columbia Heights?
I think it's
What happened
St.
over
Anthony,
yet?
but it's Columbia Heights.
We are in Columbia Heights. I want to say 36th might be the border. I'm not sure on that though.
Copy, thanks. No BWC and OTL Westwood.
Did Joan have anything else to say when she was in there? I didn't know. Probably too hard to roll back there.
Yeah. But she said, thank you for the shout out.
Caller Bridge, she was hit in the face by a male. She was in a vehicle at 819 Rockville Avenue North. Suspect involved is a 29-year-old black male named Jordan Williams, wearing a red shirt and black shorts.
That's good reception. I hardly ever get good reception on that radio there.
That's good. Yeah, I was just gonna say I wouldn't hear nothing till now.
Yeah. It's all quiet in Columbia Heights too.
Update the location to 1930 Energy Park. That'll be clear out the ratios. Go for it.
1930 Energy Park at 150.
There's be a couple hookah lounges over here. Used to meet up with some of my Somali friends.
Mr. Behe.
At the shisha.
I went to a hookah party once. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't smoke any of that hookah, but
what does that smoke? What do you inhale it, or what do you do with it?
Oh yeah, you inhale it, and everybody has their own little tube coming out of it.
Flavored tobacco.
Just about any flavor you can imagine.
Oh.
There's the Northeast Halal Market in Delhi. Somebody just said there's a hookah
Right
at
there,
50th.
right there.
Somebody just said the same
Kingdom.
thing.
Yep, that's where we used to go, right there. I think it's not owned by a Somali guy, though. It's owned by an Arabian or Middle Eastern guy. That's a nice job. A lot of these hookahs got grandfathered in before the legislation on smoking. Technically, they're just allowing you to sample their product. Oh, somebody's waving.
Somebody said YouTube is running ahead of Facebook tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I pass the Target up here? Or is it right up here?
I think it's still coming.
Oh, there it is on our left. That's the Target. The Target got broken into in the back of there in Columbia Heights.
Monday night, Tuesday night?
Yeah, something like that. They didn't get a lot. Not much going on the Ramsey County radios, is there?
Nope. Might have to
go to the
barn.
I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna go up to 10. We're gonna drive through Carol Mueller's
160. Do you want to come back to the scene?
city of Mounds View on the way back.
Yep, we're right there.
Mounds View, of course, is in our county.
What was that for 160? We have not seen any motion in the back for 2 or 3 minutes now. But we do not have.
Hey, open up. You got those list of questions as long as we got a little dead time?
So there's
Oh, yeah.
lots of
He's
space
in
not
that
clear.
packet.
Let's see what other questions we can.
Right there. All right.
You know, I just want to say to our listeners, I appreciate when they tell us where things are that we don't remember. Like the person saying the hookah's on 50th. I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah, that's
very helpful.
That's cool when that happens.
That's helpful. That's like helping us find a stolen. You know? Very valuable.
I'm gonna leave on top.
Dave's Sports Shop over there. Good sports shop. Been there many times. Ridley.
I'm leaving on top an email you will need to look at tonight.
But you just do your best.
I will.
Your best. Do your best. Do your best. That's from Beauty and the Beast. Remember?
Oh,
you
yeah.
probably didn't watch that.
That I did.
Joe, are you not falling asleep? Come on, before you were using your phone all the time.
Wide awake.
Tell us a joke. Tell us a Joe Miller joke.
I don't think mine would be appropriate.
Well, for crying out loud. Tell us an appropriate one. Let me see. What time you got to be back to work tomorrow, Joe?
I think tomorrow I'm off.
Oh, that's
back
right.
Sunday.
Oh, good. Don't feel so bad.
But there are folks working the Untitled stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're going to make approach to the front of the house. We'll clear it.
So they're still trying to figure out how to bring that gun incident to a conclusion over there on the east side. Which, of course, sorry about that. You got any good questions? Good answers? Pat's reading through some of the questions that were submitted.
Well, I'm just gonna interject my own little piece before I read this question to you.
Yeah, you don't have to read any of you.
I think cops walking the beat are one of the greatest things ever. But there's some realities attached to that. I only ever see officers walking the beat in Times Square. What happened to beat cops? Was it budget cuts or not an effective way of policing? Do you think having beat cops again would ease tensions between citizens and law enforcement? I feel like beat cops get to have everyday transactions with the police. I guess what I'm trying to say is walking the beat can humanize police officers.
Amen. We both agree.
Praise the Lord on that.
We both agree big time. It was a cost factor because you can't get around as fast to take police reports.
Right.
Number one, and number two, walking by yourself wasn't really working. So now most squads are going with one person, but the beat really needs to have two people for an officer safety issue. But you're 100% right. What we lost by getting rid of beats, we're paying for now.
Indeed.
We are paying for now. We try to be a hybrid. That's why we roll our windows down, try to engage people, at least in the car, even if we're not on foot. But the engagement engagement is when you're on foot, the engagement just comes naturally. So we are coming into the city of Mounds View. We just darted over to Minneapolis, came up straight up north, up central, and now we're heading on County Road 10 back into Ramsey County and through the city of Mounds View. We're never actually that far out of our county, but we're still looking for a stolen Charger.
Someone wants to know, when you were coaching hockey, what age range did you coach?
I coached mostly girls hockey all the way. I didn't coach high school, but I coached all the way up through high school years with I coached the AAA teams for my daughter, so she could have good hockey in the summer when she was going back to high school, because she ended up playing varsity in 8th grade at Hill Murray, and she went on to play at the University of North Dakota as a college player. But I also coached my sons at the younger level, squirts and peewees. Squirts and peewees.
Okay. And this same person, if I'm understanding the acronym correctly, was a private investigator in Los Angeles for 25 years. Had a lot of friends who were sheriffs and police officers, did a lot of ride-alongs. But you come across as the most patient they've ever known. Have you found a way to be free of frustrations, or is that just your live on patrol persona?
They're talking to me or you?
Both of us, I think. Well, I'm going to say this. We really don't have a live on patrol persona. As we've said so many times, what you see is what you get. We interact with each other the exact same way we do when we're not on live.
Yeah.
And as far as patience and not getting frustrated, I think a large part of that comes with time on the job.
Yeah.
And time on earth.
There's no doubt that you just, having been through so many of the situations over and over again, you in your mind, you're playing out how they're going to play out anyhow. So it's just a matter of experience. It doesn't matter what job you're in, the more experience you have. But I just will add to that, that I don't talk about it or try to wear it on my sleeve, but part of my quietness is I do believe that God is looking out for us while we're out here.
Yep.
And when you believe that God is looking out for you, then it's the old saying, if God is with us, who can be against us? So, that gives you a lot of peace in life.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I did. I'll just answer this. Minnesota does require, if your car is registered in Minnesota, to have a front and a back plate.
Thank goodness, because as Pat and I read those plates, I think if we didn't have front plates, we would just be depressed.
Oh, I don't know how a police officer can function in a state without front plates.
It's got to be miserable, right? Because we're looking at them. We're constantly reading. We don't even, the ones we're not even trying to read, our brains are reading.
Yep.
So we would be depressed if there weren't front plates.
Interesting question. I have personally never come across.
Excuse me, is that the Bel Air?
I was just going to ask you that. What is that hotel there?
Is that is that the Senior Citizen Highways?
I don't know.
Well, I just want to say, if it was, I just want to say hi to Mike Martin's mom.
Well, hi.
That was a hotel.
It might be. I think it's a great senior care facility, senior living. I'm positive. I might have been in the wrong spot, but I think that was it. Sorry.
That's okay.
Taco Bell's still open, huh?
No, it can't be. Looks like
I don't know. Well, it's tempting, man. Cheese quesadilla.
Not for me. With so many shootings in Minnesota, has law enforcement come across any unregistered guns made from mail order kits? That's what they call those ghost guns. I understand that is one way for criminals to avoid background checks. I have never heard of one of those ghost guns being recovered here.
No, but
locally.
I think it's a trend that we're starting to see. I mean, not here, but around the country. I think it will be here. Will be here. But having said that, nobody's having any trouble getting a regular gun.
Nope, they sure aren't.
And
I know you've talked about this before. How many, in an average month, how many permits to carry does the sheriff's office?
we had those figures one night. I don't have them now, but I will tell you this: that in the last year, from April to April, we gave away. Is that green out there? No. We gave away 4 times as many permits to carry as the year before. 4 times. That's how people are. People are feeling, I guess that's the scary part, they're feeling insecure.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Having said that, the amazing amount of guns we've given out, in fairness to the facts, we've had very few, if any, incidents involving those permit holders.
Right.
Maybe one a year, compared to the thousands that have them.
They're, generally speaking, I've personally found them to be an extremely law-abiding group of people.
Yeah.
And I don't drive yet because I don't have my peace officer license back yet.
He's procrastinating.
I'm scheduled for my test.
Oh, good.
But
got an appointment?
Yep. It's a ways down the road, but Kyle is working on getting me on the cancellation list.
In case you're wondering where we're at, we're on Highway 96 in the city of Arden Hills, right next to the TCAP property. Twin City Arsenal, former Twin City Arsenal property, almost became the home of the Minnesota Vikings.
That's right.
Almost became. If Minneapolis wasn't going to offer them some assistance on the building, they were going to build right out here in the city of Arden Hills. Wouldn't that have been something?
Yep.
We know who'd be in charge of the off-duty there, right, Joe?
Sheriff.
Where are the most catalytic converters stolen at? Parking lots? Parking ramps? On the street? All of the above.
Yeah.
You name it, they're getting stolen.
All of the above.
And lots of them. I think we're at 560 as of last week.
For the city or for our contract cities?
I'm sorry, just for the city of St. Paul.
Just for the city of St. Paul, 560 catalytic converter thefts this year.
See that sign there? That Shoreview sign? They had to build a new sign.
Wanna know why?
Now I'm going to tell a story. Well, I'll let you tell the story, then don't blame it on me. So they used to have a sign there with all the letters, okay? And every year for a senior prank, the Mounds View seniors would steal the S. Are you tracking me, Pat?
Yeah, I am.
The Shoreview sign would turn into Horeview.
I'm going to hold off on the question. Oh, no.
It's one of my pets wasn't reacting.
They finally...
That got my attention.
They finally built a new sign. Well, that was probably, maybe it was you, Joe, when you were at the Hill Murray kids. Maybe you guys were stealing the S. I don't know.
No.
So...
Neither one of us plays in the Minnesota Police Pipe Band at the Scottish Festival. You don't, do you, Joe?
No, but I wish that's one thing that I wish I could play.
All right, everybody in favor of seeing Joe in a kilt, send us your request.
All right, I vote yes. I vote yes. We want to see Joe in a kilt.
I want to put another plug in for Kowalski's. Just went shopping there again the other day. It's a great store.
102. Can pull tape down on the east side of Evans. Edmund. The squad down there.
For those of you that are listening, it's looking more like one of the parties in that domestic wasn't doing well. So we won't confirm or deny anything, but it sounds like one of the parties was not doing well. So that's one of the reasons they're holding over some squads. So they can continue to gain evidence that might help them figure out what happened and who was responsible.
All
right, Joe, we're heading to the barn. Okay, Joe?
He just jinxed us.
Because it's so quiet.
You backseaters. Hey, Joe, wake the rest of those backseaters up back there.
We've got a kilt vote.
Okay. You can do polls on YouTube. I think we'll do a poll. Should I Joe in kilt? But once again, Joe, great job on spotting those casings.
Yes, sir. Today. Well done.
I think it was the Bob Fox Rain-X. The windows were so clear they could see.
You know, you were looking out the side.
Well, you could see like a glisten through the glass at first. What is that parking lot?
Corner Mart. It's a quality fast food store there, the Corner Mart. They even got slushies.
Slurpees. Big gulps.
Well, we're sorry it's so slow. We're just doing our best to...
sorry in the sense of keeping you engaged, but the reality is a slow night is a good night.
Yeah.
And because of everything going on, a lot of people are just, knowing the number of police that are out there, a lot of people are just staying in.
Men and women alike are voting for you to be in a kilt.
Who are not still on a call can be in rescue. And if you can let me know.
And someone thinks us three amigos should all wear kilts.
It ain't happening.
There's an outfit.
Not happening.
There's an outfit that makes a lot of tactical garments for the police called 511.
Yeah.
And they actually, once a year, they produce a batch of tactical kilts.
160.
60, just to clarify, do we know what CN we're using for the scene at Gale and the scene on 821 Edmund?
077577.
All right, copy that. Thank you.
Welcome.
know, a lot of people don't like roundabouts. I do.
Keep traffic moving.
Yeah, they do.
Well, it all depends what your goal is. I was very involved in this one we just drove through. And I will say two things. Number one, traffic does move faster through those 3 roundabouts. Number two, it destroyed any potential economic development around it.
Oh, really?
To clarify,
Yeah, because you can't
that?
You can't have driveways for businesses in and out of those roundabouts. You have to get off the roundabout and get down a ways, you know. And so, plus the mere volume of a roundabout in terms of square footage is so much larger than just a regular intersection where you have businesses. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If you want to take care of drivers, roundabouts are good. If you want to put some restaurants and some gas stations and some nightlife in there, most places you have roundabouts, you won't find a thriving economic thing. There might be one exception, and that's like in St. Louis Park, where they already had sort of that West End development down there. But most places where they build them, they take 2 or 3 businesses out of business, and it's very difficult for people to jump in. So,
No, that is an angle I never would have thought about on that. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, here's the thing. If you want people to stop at your business, it's better to have a stop sign close by. Because when people stop and look and think, you know, oh yeah, I should stop at Porterhouse, or I should do this. So it's all life is about trade-offs. You know, that's the thing. Constantly about trade-offs. I always tell my kids, still do, there's good and bad to everything. Just got to figure out what it is. And this is the other thing. You learn more from losing than you do winning.
True that.
That's a very true statement.
Chevy Chase and the National Lampoon European Vacation. Think about that when you think about roundabouts, Pat.
Big Ben Parliament. Big Ben Parliament. Big Ben Parliament. Yeah.
Okay, that made me laugh.
Yeah. That's a classic. That's a classic. Classic. It's amazing how all these speedways are staying open all night.
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate it. I'm just surprised.
That might be an old Charger. I don't know what Charger. It might be a 300. I'm not sure. But we're looking for Ohio plates. Not Ohio.
Not gonna be the guy.
You doing windshields? Good, how are you? How's your night going? Nice out, huh? I know, I'm just kidding you. Those are hard to get clean sometimes, huh? Yeah, you got that plastic. Yeah. You gotta scrape it with something. I don't know. That's a pain. At least you're legal. You know? Drive slow. Thanks. Yeah, I had that happen on some of my cars where the lights are all foggy in there, you know?
Yeah.
Yep, milky.
Milky and
Audi 10A clear this up, EOT.
My sister-in-law bought a 1998 Buick.
One 6 EOT.
What the heck was it? What was the model?
Sabre, Riviera.
I think it was the
Skylark?
Sabre.
Wait,
You know, those damn Buicks, they last forever, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she was living in Florida down there, and she needed help getting around. She wanted a cheap car. And I'll tell you, the thing had 200,000 plus miles. It just kept running.
373.
It just kept running.
Changes to DKP with 375 as well as being route DO2.
Just impressed with it.
Copy. 79221.
Once again, the text number for Live on Patrol is 651 252 1871. 252 1871.
182 DOT.
And Pat does respond. He does read just about every one of them. I can vouch for that.
Golf 8. Can you give me the case number and time for Rainey?
Just looking for something while I'm sitting here. Apologize.
Case number 077593.
Nobody behind us yet.
Time
Right?
105.
No.
Copy, thanks. Welcome to 623. 2025 Bradley Street.
I wish I'd saved it. Maybe I did. Sometimes when people send comments in that are really meaningful, you know, I try to save them or take a picture of them. Let's see what I got here.
And James, that's the per gallon gas price, not per liter.
Oh, good point. Per gallon per liter, that would be pretty funny.
101. 101. If you could just let squads know, and if you could tie the two calls together, the accident at Dale and Edmond, and the domestic, and then have everyone involved that's writing right under the 577 case number.
Pretty good we didn't end up down there. We'd have had a lot of writing.
Copy, all squads involved in the accident at Dale and Edmond, right under the case number 577. 23.
By the way, as long as we're here, you know, there are many stores that are really unique in their what they have, but we got to go to the Hub Hobby Center real quick. Ever been to the Hub Hobby Center?
Oh, yeah. Well, not this one. The original one over in Richfield, I think.
Yeah. If you got kids, grandkids, or any type of hobby or something yourself, bring them down here to this Hub Hobby Center. You know,
178 up to 1.
Oh, they have rockets.
They have rockets. They have Estes rockets. They have those radio cars. They have trains. They have science. They have every chemical for science projects here as well. Models. This is unbelievable. Plastic model, arts and crafts, slot cars, radio. I mean, brain teasers, kites. You want to do something different this summer for your kids or grandkids, bring them down here. Just let them look around, walk around. Now, having said that,
Strike 42.
I almost made my biggest mistake ever here.
Strike 42.
Tell me.
We're going to be in Route 2 HQ.
When Bobby was little,
Yeah?
I was just convinced we should turn the whole basement into model railroads. And for about 2 hours, I was totally...
You were trying.
I was about to buy every little model railroad artifact that this place had and build this giant railroad layout downstairs. And the amazing thing is my wife really didn't stop me. You know, Bobby was little, like 5 or 6, and it was going to be like a father-son project. Of course, there wouldn't be any basement left. So I don't know what happened. I finally she just looked at me and she said, think about what you're doing.
She did the good wife talking sense into you.
Yeah. So 2 hours later, I mean, I had measured plywood, figured out how big they had to be, et cetera, et cetera. 2 hours later, I got a remote control car.
I think that was a wise decision.
Well, I'm sure you heard of Choo Choo Bob's off of, I think it just closed. Selby and
where's that?
One and S9 are now
Selby and
there used to be a place over there on Lex and Uni too.
No, this was because kids go there for birthday parties too.
Yeah.
It's called Choo Choo Bob's, and same thing with all these, every train you could think of, and model trains and train tracks and electric trains and.
Yeah, let me know. Maybe we can go check that out. They used to have a place in New Brighton. The old sheriff used to have a big railroad place you could go watch. Hedman. Maybe that's where I got it from.
I think,
the old
that
sheriff.
place closed at place in St. Paul.
Oh, the Railroad Museum?
Yeah.
The big
well,
one.
it was like a store. You could buy model trains, electric trains, and.
We're south on Rice Street from Roseville, heading towards St. Paul.
Scale Model Supplies was the one at Lexington University.
Yeah, Scale Model Supplies.
Thanks, Philip.
Yeah. That was good. Very good.
Well, it was Marshall and Cleveland, next to the Izzy Ice Cream.
Okay.
Yep, someone just threw that into the comments. That's where it was. Charger?
Yeah.
Plate is 015 Uniform Bravo Whiskey. Yes. 015 UBW.
Obviously not the one from earlier because it's got some plates.
As soon as you get a clear sign there, I'll turn around.
Yeah, it's cleared.
Okay.
Let's come back to a charger, so good eye.
Where's the
Woodbridge, I'm sorry, St. Paul.
Woodbridge?
Yep.
I don't suppose it was 12:05.
No. Close though.
What is it?
The 1000 block.
1043? Matilda?
No. No.
Did I mention to you? I told you about that documentary on the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
You really should watch that. And you were the Bee Gees era. You might
yeah.
not have been a Bee Gees fan.
Oh, he's a big Bee Gees fan.
Bee Gees era. It's a fascinating story.
After Saturday Night Fever came out,
Yep.
I went straight out. I bought myself a gray bell-bottomed leisure suit, a black polyester pattern shirt, platform saddle shoes, and I had a little Horn of Plenty
Oh my goodness.
charm on a necklace.
Oh my goodness.
And I wore my shirt unbuttoned down to the middle of my chest.
You hung out with Snoop Dogg.
Staying alive.
There's another, speaking of historical stuff, I like documentaries. That movie City of Lies, it's on cable now.
Oh yeah.
But the murder of Biggie.
Yep.
So I don't know how accurate it is, but I started watching it last night about 1:30 in the morning when we got home. What time did we get home? 2? Whatever. Yeah. I started watching about 2. I only fell asleep about 3, but I haven't seen the whole thing. But it's kind of interesting, some of that history of all those rappers, right?
Yep.
Obviously, there's a underlying corruption accusation there. Well, Joe, you've been a good partner tonight.
Well, thank you. My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Okay, Ritesh. That gets on a scale of 1 to 4 yucks,
Yucks.
it gets 2.5 to 3.
What was that?
Officer, why did you park here? Me. The sign says, fine for parking.
Where did we pull up Brian's song last time we started it? Is it on the page?
One of the pages.
Yeah, but is that on the backseat page?
It's on YouTube.
Okay.
You just Google like live on patrol song, it comes up.
I got it. See, Brian even does better than us. He got 300 thumbs up and only 1 thumb down. So that's like,
holy smokes.
that's like better than 99. That's 99.5% thumbs up. Right?
Yeah. What a party pooper to give a thumbs down.
I'm sure it was accidental. So if you didn't hear us last week, we got a nice young man that wrote a theme song for us. Try to get it. So it starts out with, there's a little bit of audio from our videos, but we want to thank him again.
This is being played with the permission of Brian Campbell.
The unofficial theme song.
So, here's the thing I want to say about you.
Okay, but one thing I gotta say, you guys, all you backseaters in the back there, you gotta join in on the theme song. And so, if you can't sing loud enough that we can hear you. Type it in the comments, the refrain. Yeah, you'll know it when you get there.
So, here's the thing I want to say about you. You're the kind of person that a guy never gets tired of hanging out with. Just want to say that.
I think we have that in common. You know, I think we've both always had pretty good work ethics in this job, and we enjoyed the job, and we enjoyed people.
Live on patrol, in the backseat of the Dodge Durango. It's the Bob and Pat show. It's time to roll. Let's show where my police is supposed to go. Spreading beats throughout the streets every weekend. Let's vote. Live on patrol, in the backseat of the Dodge Durango. It's the Bob and Pat show. It's time to roll. Let's show where my police is supposed to go. Spreading beats throughout the streets every weekend. Let's vote. It's 9:11 p.m. We're ready to embark. Backseat is joined the feed to the Durango. We're sitting park. When Bob decides to speak, you know it's fixing to start. He gives a recap of the week, then we dip off into the dark. All of a sudden, I got a call of a male starting to fight on University, and there the caller says he's wearing white. We headed there for sure, whether on dry roads or clear ice. Approach the intersection, you'll hear Pat saying, "Clear right." There's more than cheese dogs and Mountain Dews, you'll see action. If there isn't, you'll see Bob and Pat's community interaction. They're just trying to bridge the gap between the citizens and police. Don't take my word for it. Hop in, we say the OC. Live on patrol,
in the backseat of the Dodge Durango.
It's the Bob and Pat show. It's time to roll. Let's show where my police is supposed to go. Spreading beats throughout the streets every weekend. Let's vote. Live on patrol,
in the backseat of the Dodge Durango.
It's the Bob and Pat show. It's time to roll. Let's show where my police is supposed to go. Spreading beats throughout the streets every weekend. Let's vote.
I mean, it sounds cliche-ish, but I think we're both the types who, at one point, we would have paid to do this job. We would have paid them to let us do this job.
Well, that's true. And just to add a little humor, when we first got hired, we pretty much didn't get paid much. If you're in love with your job, some best advice I can give to young people: find a job you love, you'll never feel like you're working.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian Campbell, for
very much.
That's a great, great unofficial theme song. And anybody else who makes these little vignettes, we greatly appreciate it. I can't tell you how much it means to us to watch funny highlight film. Best ever was Pat falling back, popping up, falling back, popping up, falling back. The TikTok of Pat on the ice. Jesus Christ. We almost killed him that night.
And I'll tell you, some of you have created some absolutely hilarious memes.
Yeah. You in the Reno 911 costume outfit.
I'm thinking that may have to be my uniform when I get sworn.
I'll make sure those shorts get hemmed just right. But I do want to say that, number one, we feel guilty we don't get back to everybody's messages because there's so many of them. We have a regular jobs to do besides being out here. So our apologies. We do try, and sooner or later we'd like to get to everybody. And then secondly, we really, really appreciate your positive, kind, supportive comments about what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish. And don't ever think we get tired of reading those types of things, because it does help motivate us at times that it's a little more difficult just to say, okay, let's do it. And by the time we get in the squad car every night, we love it, but it's sometimes we just life has other obstacles that pull you away. So
well put.
We try to be as consistent as we can, and our hope is that the young Joe Miller will, if he can stay awake in the back of the squad car. I got to get a pillow for him next time.
Oh, stop it.
And he'll sort of rejuvenate us with some young blood, huh? What do you think, Pat?
Oh, heck yeah.
Heck yeah. So we are going back to the barn. Patrick? Or Joe, first of all, Joe, before Patrick gives the final closing, anything you want to say?
I had a excellent, tremendous fun time tonight with you guys and of course the backseaters and the millions watching around the world. Thank you.
Great job being the guy to spot those casings. Frankly, I don't know if anybody would have. We were about to pull out of there and leave.
Yeah, we were.
So good job.
Good eye. Yeah, and I gotta say, Joe, really appreciate you being here and being with us, and we appreciate everybody who stuck with us.
You're the jelly, Joe.
Jelly, there we go.
Jelly Joe.
Jelly Joe.
PB&J.
So thank you for staying with us. Hope you enjoyed your time with us live on patrol. We will see you again probably next Friday.
Hard to say.
You never know, though. Watch for the announcement. It's there's a lot.
Or just surprise. You know?
Maybe we'll just surprise you. But thank you for being with us. And as always, be kind to each other. Perform some act of kindness tomorrow, even for a stranger, for your wife, for your husband, for your child. Perform a random act of kindness. Thank you all, and good night until next time.